Good morning, everyone. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message from Spirit. I am in and out of my office this week, especially at the beginning of the week, so I am doing a couple of these readings in a row so that I can be present with my family. However, I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to share these messages with you all, so let's dive into what the energy is for today. This is for Tuesday. Let's see. I'm going to ask Spirit first. I'm really curious. What do they have to share here? Hold on. Okay, very interesting. They're showing me a scorpion right now and the stinger of the scorpion. And they're relating that to the past because we've already gone through Scorpio. And so they're saying, don't let the energy of the past hold you back in where you're moving forward. So that's interesting because there's a theme in there that's being repeated from yesterday's reading. Allow the past to wash away. And if it's not washing away, where can you do something to heal and mend it? Because in many ways, they're saying it's not for you to carry that baggage forward. So here's a thought though with the past. It's not about erasing the past or ignoring the past. The past helps create who we are in this very moment. Everything that you've done has brought you to this moment. But it's when you feel like you're dragging anchors, right? An anchor should keep you solid. You shouldn't be dragging the anchor. If you're dragging it, it's something that's holding you back. So Spirit is saying, consider where you're being held back by your past, because the energy now in 2024 is a very new template. We've been prepping this template or this timeline since November 6th, 7th. Now there's a beautiful solidification in this timeline, and it's for you to really utilize what this timeline is now. And for many of you, that kind of whatever baggage or old narratives or shames or hurts or worries from the past are kind of being dragged like an anchor, and there isn't room for it here. And here, Spirit is showing me is like the fast lane. So there are a lot of things that want to fall into place for you. And many of you may already be noticing this. But this is the fast lane. And I think there's an energy of 2024 of fast lane. Like that's like a key word. Because there's a lot of things that have been wanting to fall into place from the universe's side that are now ready to. And so the universe is like, when you get into this, this speeding sports car, don't bring the anchors with you because you'll miss the fun of the sports car if you're dragging an anchor. So let's see what the cards are. I'm curious. Okay, let's see. Very interesting. This supports it totally. Wow, I want one more. I knew it. I love this. Okay, so just like Spirit was saying about the past, the first two cards to come out, these two upside down. Now the reason I don't always read ones upside down, but if Spirit tells me to pay attention to it upside down, I will. The reason why these ones are significant is this one here is the Tower card. Okay, upside down though, the Tower for me says things are not going to crumble. You don't need to be expecting a Tower moment. If you're sitting in an energy of, oh my goodness, what if, or you're waiting for the shoe to drop, I know a lot of us have been caught in that energy. I myself have found myself there several times in my life. And even in the last, couple of years too, where I've been like anticipating the shoe dropping. But when we do that, we're bringing in the old energy. And instead we need to bring in the new energy that if the shoe drops, we know how to deal with it. We don't need to fear an energy. And so what this is saying is Spirit's like, listen, for many of you, the shoe's not dropping. You're in a new timeline and a new energy. So don't fear the energies of the past, right? That anchor of the past. And this Eight of Swords card too is really interesting because I love how what's being reflected in the mirror here is her creating these crows in her mind. And remember yesterday's reading, the crows flying around, and the message was release the crows, let them fly away. Look how the crows are tethered to her right now, but they're a tethering of her creation. So this is stunning. This makes sense why Spirit's bringing through the messages they are. And if you missed yesterday's message, definitely go back and watch it because it really pertains to this. Don't let these old energies and old fears create such havoc in your mind that they prevent you from moving forward. Because again, with this new energy of the new year here, you have come so far to sit in this King of Swords position. The King of Swords is somebody that sits on his throne, or in this case, the mountaintop, with his sword at his side, because he knows everything it took to get there. And the other interesting thing is he actually has two swords in this picture, one up top here with the crow sitting on it, and one in his hand. But he's not even holding it tightly because he knows he doesn't need to wield the swords. But he has fought through his own mind and limitation with two swords. He had a lot of things to cut down, and I'm saying he, but this is not specifically gendered. And what's interesting is the crows that are wreaking havoc here are now sitting quietly on top of this sword because he's mastered it. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, is you have mastery over your mind. And it is okay to pause and reflect on that and review how far you've come in the last 4 years. And that may remind you of how you have climbed this mountaintop, and now you do sit on this mountaintop. And he's got this owl friend here, and owls always represent wisdom. And even this bat here that's flying in the background represents being able to fly through the darkness using your other senses, meaning you've been willing to go through the dark, but come out thriving, right? And then there's even a dragonfly here representing rebirth and being set free. So this person sits on that mountaintop with so much more confidence in self, courage, and self-assuredness. And that's because they're not taking all of this old energy with them, those anchors that I talked about. And so Spirit wants to say that with this energy right now, you really are sitting in a new beginning. And that's why this Fool card is out. She knows that she can lean back in this energy, holding on to that passion and purpose, and trust that if she does choose to let go, she's falling into this new beginning, new energy, new template, new frequency. And I love that that's really being echoed in the sacred geometry here. This is like that energy of the new timeline. It is new. It is a brand new beginning. And so the cards are so beautifully capturing exactly what is going on right now. We are standing at this new beginning, this new energy, taking all of the insights that we have, standing in our light, standing in the bright soul energy that we are, because we know who we are. And now it's time to step forward. Time to step forward for sure. And this is so interesting. So again, like an amplified message of yesterday, which anytime Spirit repeats the messages with that amplification, there's a huge energetic push behind it from the universe. Huge push. So sitting in this newness, if you were to take a moment today, or let's even just take a moment right now, let's just take a moment if you have it, or you can come back to it if you're driving or whatever. But close your eyes for a moment and just feel that peace, that calm in your body. And envision yourself sitting on that mountaintop, just like the King of Swords. And as you look around at the valley below you, you realize you were the one that got you to the top of this mountain. You didn't take a helicopter that dropped you off. You took every single step all the way up the mountain. It was all you. You and your thoughts in your body, moving your body, having that will to keep going. And now you stand at the top. And when you stand at the top looking at the valley below, you think of the journey that took you up the mountain, which is the journey of, say, the last 4 years. And maybe for some of you, it's longer. And as you sit with a sense of satisfaction, think about how amazing it feels to be you now. And maybe you had 100 wins in growth, or maybe you had one. And if you had one, that one win gives you the absolute knowledge that you have what it takes to have another win. And another win, and another win. And so this is the energy of the new. This is the energy in this Fool card. And so if you haven't opened your eyes yet, I invite you to open your eyes and take a look at this Fool card once again. And regardless of gender identity, imagine yourself as this person in this state of freedom, kind of like the Judgment card we saw yesterday. trusting in the new energy and trusting in your own energy within this new energy, that you have a greater sync with the universe, and the universe is working in your favor. So this is the energy Spirit wants you to take with you today. So I'll leave that with all of you. What a beautiful card reading, beautiful start to this energy this year. I'm so excited. And I'm looking forward to sharing more with each and every one of you. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for the Wednesday Wisdom with Spirit. Have a good one.